hope somebody's getting, if you're getting value already, please put one in the chat box. If this is already making sense to you, if this is already making sense to you, please put one in the chat box. I need the energy from the room. I need the energy from all of you to be able to know exactly that we're on the same page. So clarity is the best gift you can give to anybody. Clarity is the best thing that you can give to you, yourself, and everything that encompasses you. But it's not even only in the clarity alone. I'll tell you a little story. Okay. I remember someday when while growing up, we had to go fetch water from a neighbor's house. And it was quite a distance from our own house. Okay. And this fateful day, I'd gotten the water in the bucket, and then I'd gotten halfway into the compound. And then I was tired. I decided to put the bucket down. And then all of a sudden, I heard the sound of a mighty rushing wind. And guess what, guys? The sound did not, the noise or whatever it was, did not sound like maybe rain wanted to fall. It was the groaning of an animal. It was a dog that was about to pounce. And I did not even bother looking back. I did not bother even thinking what was going to go happen. I aimed for the height of the fence I never knew I was going to climb. And I found my way on the other side. Why? Guess what? There was something that was chasing me apart from the thing I needed to get. Whew, this is what I'm going to tell you guys. Never in the place of clarity, never stay in the place where you say to yourself, this is what I want. You need to take it a step further and answer two questions that validates the clarity of what you want. Okay? One is, why do you really want that thing that you've defined? That's number one. Two, why can't you afford not to have that thing? What exactly is chasing you? Some of you say, I want to succeed in 2025. I want exponential growth in 2025. The question is, why do you want it? Is it truly? Because when people answer the why behind the what, they then validate whether it's originally their what or it's somebody else's what. A lot of times, a lot of us we have become envious. We have sought after other people's what's because it looked good, it sounded nice, it looked prestigious. However, it's not our what. If you're after another person's what, there is no drive motivation to achieve it. It looks good, but if there's nothing that even if you don't get it, it's nothing. No, heaven's not going to break loose. However, when it becomes your own what, it is customized to you. It's tailor-made from you. It is knitted in the fabrics of your soul and your heart and your being. Guess what, guys? You will give it everything it takes to achieve it. So what is the why behind the what? Is one. And then the second is, why can't you afford not to have it? I will wrap it up with this, particularly for this clarity, which is still the thumbs up, and I'll try to speed through the others as fast as I can. The thumbs up said that there was a time I went to the hospital and I had been trying to gym. I had been trying to keep fit, and I never did. In fact, there was a time I left my house and then I went around all the gyms in the area and I came back without a bout of sweat. And my wife said to me, you're back near, no exercise. I said, I didn't see what I wanted. Then I started feeling faintish and all of that. Went to see the doctor one day and the doctor said to me, you need to watch your blood sugar level. And I said, really? And then the next thing he said, if you love your family, you need to stay fit. That was all. If you love your family. Now there was a why I could not afford not to gym. And guess what, guys? Nobody told me anything else. By the next day, I was in the gym every day for 3 weeks consecutively. I didn't check whether the gym had the best equipment. I didn't check whether the gym had the best, gym buddies or whatever it was. For me, the goal was spot on, and the reason why I could not afford to get it was clear. So if you want to make your 2025 count, enough of all you want alone, it's high time you also found what you cannot afford, why you cannot afford not to get it. That is why people make things happen. That is when people achieve their goals and their and their desires. It's not because the goal looks good. It's because there is something chasing them at the back. There is something that if they don't attain that goal and it catches up with them, oh my goodness, it's going to get all rough. So you need to find the why you can't afford not to have what you've desired for 2025, and nobody's going to teach you how to run. Nobody's going to teach you how to talk. Nobody's going to teach you how to look good. Nobody's going to teach you how to show up. And that is exactly what you need. So, what have you settled for? The next thing in the 5 codes, we've talked about clarity, is asking you, what have you settled for? What is holding you back? So you've defined what you want in life. You said, I want this for 2025, but what really is holding you back? I realize that everybody has a mindset, something that is holding them back. There is a mentality that is holding you back. You say you want to be like Mo in 2025, seeing more, speaking everywhere, training everywhere. That is your desire. But the truth is, you don't even see yourself beyond a simple webinar. It's a mindset because it's probably built out of your experiences, your environment, and even your exposures. And so it has created a mindset in you. You need to deal with limiting beliefs for 2025 and come up with affirmations. This changed my life. I can tell you, I can play back to you the affirmation I had for 2022. And when I go back and I listen, everything I said in 2022 is what is playing out already in 2024. But I had to deal, it was not just writing good words alone. No, it's also about me being real to myself, coming to myself. Let me tell you, for those of you that are probably Christians here, the story of the prodigal son is the story of a man who came to the realization of himself. You have to stop deceiving yourself in 2025. You need to stop deceiving yourself in 2025. You need to be like the prodigal son and come to the fullness of yourself. Come to the realization of yourself. Come to the reality of yourself. This is who I am. These are the things that I'm scared of. I'm scared that I will not even get introduced or even invited to come and speak to even just secondary school, talk less of career people. I am scared. Write everything out. Every fear of yours, every limiting belief, and they are valid. They are valid because of your experiences, your exposures, and your environment. Write everything down and then flip it. If I had all the time in the world, I would have taught every one of you a process of the right affirmation systems for you. Not everybody would do write journals and would work for them. Not everybody will do audio affirmations and it will work for them. There are things designed for every single one of us, depending on our learning styles. We became what we are today because of the learning styles of who we are. There is a way life has taught you and you have learned from life. And so based on your learning style, you need to deal with what? Limiting beliefs through that same learning style channels to be able to replace a mindset that has held you down for too long. I feel as if I'm saying so much tonight, but if you catch it, it will transform your 2025. Some of you still don't see the possibility of you being able to write a book. How will I write a book? What do I know? It's a limiting belief. You need to deal with it. The moment you deal with it, then of course, that is exactly what happens to you. It's able to point you in the right directions. Okay? And then of course, the third one is what we're going into. How much do you believe in yourself? How much do you really believe in yourself? Do you believe in yourself well enough to be able to invest in yourself? 2025 is going to be made up of people who are built themselves to handle whatever life throws at them. Remember, I started and I said that you have limited or no control over what life throws at you. Life will keep throwing things at you. However, all you have control over is to build the capacity to withstand what life throws at you. I'll give you a typical example. There were things that were done to you when you were 10 years old, 15 years old, all right? And they look like too much to handle, right? The truth of the matter is the weight of those things have not changed. It is you that have grown to outgrow those challenges. Oh my goodness. I hope somebody's getting something tonight. So stop complaining about what life throws at you, because life will keep throwing things at you. You are not the only reason, and stop thinking that it's all about you alone. Is it only me that this will happen to? Why me? No, say try me. Because what was thrown at you when you were at 10 years of your life's experience will still be the same thing that will be thrown at you 20 years of experience. However, if you've not built the capacity beyond when you were 10 years old into becoming 20 years old, it will still be overwhelming for you to achieve what you want from life. So 2025 will still throw at you what was thrown at you in 2024, what was thrown at you in 2023. But what will separate the boys from the men in 2025 to take over is the capacity that they build beyond what 2024 was like, so that even when 2025 throws the same thing at you, you move into a level of control because you have influenced it by building capacity. There are things you have no control over, and that's the fact that life will keep throwing things at you. But where you can influence it is to build capacity so that you can now bring it into a circle of your control and deal with it. Is somebody getting value here? Is somebody getting value here? Is somebody getting value here? Is somebody getting value? Is somebody getting value? Is somebody getting value? Amazing, amazing, fantastic. And so that is the third one. You need to build capacity. That is the third one. That is go and check it. The middle finger is arguably the strongest finger of your 5 arms, and it speaks to capacity. So somebody says, yes, how do I build capacity? What do I channel my energy to? Go beyond the place of interest, move into the place of involvement, and then get into the place of investment. That is when I know that you're very passionate about 2025. 2025 belongs to those who will go beyond interest. I like this thing. I like what Mo is doing. I love what Wise is doing. I love what Omobalani is doing. No, 2025 is going to go beyond interest. 2025 will deliver into the hands of those who have moved from interest into involvement, being actively involved. And then it will deliver even bigger to those who have invested in themselves. They have invested, they've built capacity, they've made sacrifices. And you are the one that needs to audit your life. Where do I need to improve in terms of growth? What do I need to improve in terms of capacity? We call it agility coefficients, or emotional coefficients, or intellectual coefficients, or social coefficients, whatever it is. Ask yourself, where am I lacking in 2024? How can I ride on it in 2025? Some of you need some social skills for 2025. Some of you need to build your intellectual capacity for 2025. Some of you need to build your emotional capacity for 2025. You become too soft. Like Mo said, you become too simple. You need to be sharp. And it talks about your capacity. Some of you have become, too fragile for 2025. It's getting tougher, man. I've got good news and bad news for you. 2025 is going to be tougher than 2024. I'm not a prophet of doom, but that's just the way it is. It's just the way life and things are evolving. However, people who keep building the capacity will surmount and outgrow it. So where are you? Build capacity. And then, of course, I know if I'm going to put on the chat box very quickly, I'm going to point number 4, and I'll soon round up. The 4th code is what I'm about to reveal to you right now. Can anybody remember the first 3 codes very quickly? Can you put it in the chat box? Can you remember the first 3 codes? Can you put it in the chat box? Do you remember the first 3 codes? The first 3 codes. If you can remember, then I will go on. If you can't remember, then we'll call it a night. The first 3 codes of the handful framework. Can anybody remember? All right, I'll show some mercy. The very first thing thank you very much, Omobalani. Clarity. The second one is what? Affirmations. Thank you very much, Femi. And the third one is capacity building. You need to build capacity. All right. Now, the 4th one is what? I reveal. The 4th one is, sorry about that. That moved pretty fast. The 4th one is building relationships, networking, linking up. That's the fourth one. Oh my goodness. Some of you want to take your 2025 to a new level, but you're still stuck within the same circle of influence and you want to transform your 2025. It can't work like that. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. 2025, you have to be strategically positioned. You have to be more deliberate. This is not, I'm an introvert. I am an introvert, born introvert. But I have to work on some things. I'm not perfect yet, but I'm working on some things to be more deliberate. And you need to do that for your 2025. You can't be too simple. I can't be out there. I don't talk too much. But you know what? No, oh my God. 2025 for those taking over are for those that strategically position themselves to be able to link up in the right places. You need to step out of your comfort zone. You need to move around. You need to, and it's not just going to random places. You have to go strategically to places that key into your original goal from the first point of clarity. The thing you've defined for yourself is what tells you where you need to go and link up, not just everywhere. Not every place is good for you. Some places will be a curse that will be wasting your time in 2025 because not every good place is your right place. No. Because everybody is there does not mean you have to be there. Is it in line with your goal? That's why you don't have to have too many goals. Just have one strategic, clear goal for 2025. So if that is it, then you say to yourself, where are the places I need to be that drives me closer to where I need to go? Those are the places you need to go. In fact, that helps you not to waste money. Networking costs a lot. Networking is expensive. The beauty of networking is that it will cost you so much and save you so much in the future. However, the bad thing about networking, of not networking, is that it will save you now because you're not spending any money, time, energy, and resources, but it will cost you a lot in the future, which is why I started with this slide. Time, money, and energy. That is exactly the currency of networking. Time, energy, and money is the currency of networking. Time, energy, and money, the currency of networking. If you know how to speak the language, how you spend time, energy, and money, where you spend your time, energy, and money, who you spend your time, energy, and money. These are very strategic. It's expensive, so you can't just be everywhere. Choose where you need to be based on your goal. Based on your goal. Don't be everywhere. Don't waste your time. So time, energy, and money, ask yourself. And then some of you are trying to get into some spaces. You want to link up with some people and you say you don't know how. The same networking currency, time, energy, and money. Think of what will save them energy, what will make them more money, what will also save them more time. Trust me, they will draw you close into their circle of influence. All right? So no time to deal on all of this or deal with all of the final code is execution. The final code is execution. And that is why the last finger talks about execution. Execution talks about the smallest things that you need to do on a daily that draws you closer to the bigger picture. The smallest things that you do on a daily. It looks very insignificant. It looks like you're not doing anything, but you are being consistent with it. The smallest things you do on a daily to draw you closer to where you need to be. And then, of course, you're able to deliver exactly what you want to be. And the goal is pretty simple. The goal for 2025 is to make the person that you were in 2024 jealous of the person that you have become in 2025, and make the person that you will become in 2025, all right, make the person that you have become in 2025, that's talking about when it does happen, jealous of the person that you anticipate, to become even for 2026. That is exactly how you keep driving it home, and keep driving it home. And that talks about the cable framework, the 5 codes to transform your 2025 to help you to take over for 2025. And then I want you to say after me, wherever you are, that I will do the best that I can until I know better. And then when I know better, I will do better. I will do the best that I can until I know better. And when I know better, I will do better. Thank you very much for your time, guys. Thank you very much, Mo. I hope I was able to do it, within the time frame given and time slot given and all of that. And I hope I've been able to charge you and position you and to create the right perspective for you to be able to take over for 2025. God bless you guys.